has to be satisfied. Okay. For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law. So it shows us that the priesthood changed. There was to be prophesied a change in the priesthood. Well, the whole thing with the blood of bulls and goats and lambs and rams, that wasn't even put in place until after the covenant at Sinai was broken. We just got ladies and gentlemen, we haven't even gotten there yet. Remember, we're still in Exodus 25. The covenant was just made. We were just put under the blood covenant. Whoever breaks the covenant dies. Moses then goes back up into the mountain and is given the revelation concerning the tabernacle and all the articles of furniture. And the last thing that happens 9 chapters later is that the Almighty, just before handing Moses the tables of stone, which were carved out by the Almighty, written with his own finger, just before giving them to Moses, he then reiterates the importance of the sanctity of the Sabbath day, and then hands him the commandments. When he comes down, Israel had built a golden calf. They had bowed down in front of Allah as, or whatever, Apis and Hathor, any other god. They made a god and bowed down before it and said that this is a feast to Yahovah. That's what they said. The Almighty wanted to incinerate us, had the authority to. We broke the covenant. We deserved to die. But Moses interceded for us and then was put in place what was required as far as a temporary holding, so that we would be reminded we owed the death penalty, but the blood of bulls and goats and lambs and rams is not sufficient. It can't do the job. That's why David prophesied and was understood by this revelation from heaven. He foresaw the coming of the Messiah and saw that he would be, then he would not see corruption. His body would not see corruption, but he would be seated at the right hand of the Most High, and he would be a high priest forever after a different order. Now we continue on, because we see that there's a change in the law. There's a change in the law. Now, this does not mean out there, okay, those of you who just let your mind go ape, okay, that now you can commit adultery, you can worship other gods, you can name the name of other gods, you can bow down before them, you can steal, you can covet, you can murder, you can have sex with animals. No, that, some people say, okay, the law's been changed, it's all been done away with, it's all been fulfilled. Yeshua fulfilled the law. No, he obeyed the law. He did the law. And because he did it, and he was without sin, he can pay by his own decision the death penalty that is due the guilty party. He can take on himself the death penalty and thereby renewing the covenant that was made with the guilty party to begin with. At Mount Sinai, we are offered to be priests and kings. In Revelation, it says that he, Yeshua, has made us priests and kings because he is of a different lineage of priests. Not a Levitical line, not after the sons of Aaron. But he first had to pay the penalty, the death penalty. And when that was paid, then the covenant can be renewed. But he did not do away with, thou shalt not commit adultery. Only a moron, a complete biblical illiterate could come up with such an asinine concept. But yet that is what's going on in the grace perversion in America. And that's why you see all the perversion happening. Oh, they'll lead you in, and oh yeah, it's a greasy grace, sloppy agape. And it's, oh, everybody just loved Jesus. And then before you know it, they're shacking up with their secretaries. They're running around with male hookers, like the pastor out in Colorado. We find out there are